Hi everyone, welcome back to another video of SD on Top. This video is going to be very special for those who love to play games. So today we have brought to you top 5 played games on Steam. I think everyone knows what Steam is. If you don't know, listen carefully. Steam is a video game digital distribution service by Valve. It was launched as a standalone software client in September 2003 as a way for Valve to provide automatic updates for their games, and expanded to include games from third-party publishers. So now I think you know what Steam is, and also don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and also press the notification icon so that you won't miss any video. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So in our number 5 we have Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, often shortened to Rainbow Six Siege, is an online tactical shooter video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. It was released worldwide for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on December 1, 2015. The game puts heavy emphasis on environmental destruction and cooperation between players. Each player assumes control of an attacker or a defender in different gameplay modes such as rescuing a hostage, defusing a bomb, and taking control of a capture point. The title has no campaign but features a series of short missions that can be played solo. These missions have a loose narrative, focusing on recruits going through training to prepare them for future encounters with the White Masks, a terrorist group that threatens the safety of the world. It is an entry in the Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six series and the successor to Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Patriots, a tactical shooter that had a larger focus on narrative. However, Patriots was eventually cancelled due to its technical shortcomings, and the team decided to reboot the franchise. The team evaluated the core of the Rainbow Six franchise and believed that letting players impersonate the top counter-terrorist operatives around the world suited the game most. To create authentic siege situations, the team consulted actual counterterrorism units and looked at real-life examples of sieges. Powered by Anvil Next 2.0, the game also utilizes Ubisoft's Real Blast technology to create destructible environments. Announced at Electronic Entertainment Expo 2014, it received 4 nominations from Game Critics Awards including Best of Show. The game received an overall positive reception from critics, with praise mostly directed to the game's tense multiplayer and focus on tactics. However, the game was criticized for its progression system and its lack of content. So moving on to number 4 we have Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a 2013 action-adventure game developed by Rockstar North and published by Rockstar Games. Set within the fictional state of San Andreas, based on Southern California, the single-player story follows 3 criminals and their efforts to commit heists while under pressure from a government agency and powerful crime figures. The open-world design lets players freely roam San Andreas' open countryside and the fictional city of Los Santos, based on Los Angeles. The story is centered on the heist sequences, and many missions involve shooting and driving gameplay. A wanted system governs the aggression of law enforcement response to players who commit crimes. Grand Theft Auto Online, the game's online multiplayer mode, lets up to 30 players engage in a variety of different cooperative and competitive game modes. It was released in September 2013 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, in November 2014 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and in April 2015 for Microsoft Windows. Extensively marketed and widely anticipated, the game broke industry sales records and became the fastest-selling entertainment product in history, earning $800 million in its first day and $1 billion in its first 3 days. It received widespread critical acclaim, with praise directed at its multiple protagonist design, open world, presentation and gameplay. However, it caused controversies related to its depiction of violence and women. Considered one of 7th and 8th generation console gaming's most significant titles and among the best video games ever made, it won year-end accolades including Game of the Year awards from several gaming publications. It is the third best-selling video game of all time with over 115 million copies shipped and one of the most financially successful entertainment products of all time, with about $6 billion in worldwide revenue. So moving on to number 3 we have PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG, is an online multiplayer battle royale game developed and published by PUBG Corporation, a subsidiary of South Korean video game company Bluehole. Battlegrounds was first released for Microsoft Windows via Steam's Early Access Beta program in March 2017, with a full release in December 2017. The game was also released by Microsoft Studios for the Xbox One via its Xbox Game Preview program this same month, and officially released in September 2018. A free-to-play mobile version for Android and iOS was released in 2018, in addition to a port for the PlayStation 4. Battlegrounds is one of the best-selling and most-played video games of all time, selling over 50 million copies worldwide by June 2018. With over 400 million players in total when including the mobile version. Battlegrounds received positive reviews from critics, who found that while the game had some technical flaws, it presented new types of gameplay that could be easily approached by players of any skill level and was highly replayable. The game was attributed to popularizing the battle royale genre, with a number of unofficial Chinese clones also being produced following its success. The game also received several Game of the Year nominations, among other accolades. PUBG Corporation has run several small tournaments and introduced in-game tools to help with broadcasting the game to spectators, as they wish for it to become a popular esport. The game has also been banned in some countries for allegedly being harmful and addictive to young players. So moving on to number 2 we have Dota 2. Dota 2 is a multiplayer online battle arena video game developed and published by Valve. Dota 2 is played in matches between 2 teams of 5 players, with each team occupying and defending their own separate base on the map. Each of the 10 players independently controls a powerful character, known as a hero, who all have unique abilities and differing styles of play. During a match, players collect experience points and items for their heroes to successfully defeat the opposing team's heroes in player versus player combat. A team wins by being the first to destroy the other team's ancient, a large structure located within their base. Development of Dota 2 began in 2009 when IceFrog, lead designer of Defense of the Ancients, was hired by Valve to create a modernized remake for them in the Source game engine. It was officially released for Microsoft Windows, OS X, and Linux-based personal computers via the digital distribution platform Steam in July 2013, following a Windows-only open beta phase that began 2 years prior. Despite some criticism going towards its steep learning curve and overall complexity, Dota 2 was praised for its rewarding gameplay, production quality, and faithfulness to its predecessor, with many considering it to be one of the greatest video games of all time. Since its release, it has been one of the most played games on Steam, with over 1 million concurrent players at its peak. The popularity of the game has led to official merchandise for it being produced, including apparel, accessories, and toys, as well as promotional tie-ins to other games and media. The game also allows for the community to create their own game mods, maps, and cosmetics, which are uploaded to the Steam Workshop. 2 spin-off games based on Dota 2 were released by Valve in the late 2010s, Artifact and Dota Underlords. Dota 2 has also been used in machine learning experiments, with a team of bots known as the OpenAI 5 showing the capability to defeat professional players. So in the number 1 we have Counter-Strike, Global Offensive. Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, CSGO, is a multiplayer first-person shooter developed by Valve and Hidden Path Entertainment. It is the 4th game in the Counter-Strike series and was released for Windows, OS X, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3 in August 2012, while the Linux version was released in 2014. The game pits two teams against each other, the terrorists and the counter-terrorists. Both sides are tasked with eliminating the other while also completing separate objectives. The terrorists, depending on the game mode, must either plant the bomb or defend the hostages, while the counter-terrorists must either prevent the bomb from being planted, defuse the bomb, or rescue the hostages. There are 9 game modes, all of which have distinct characteristics specific to that mode. The game also has matchmaking support that allows players to play on dedicated Valve servers, as well as allowing members of the community to host their own servers with custom maps and game modes. A Battle Royale game mode, Danger Zone, was introduced in 2018. Global Offensive received positive reviews from critics on release, who praised for its gameplay and faithfulness to predecessors, though it was criticized for some of its early features and was noted for differences between the console and PC versions. Since its release, it has drawn in an estimated 11 million players per month, and has gathered an active competitive scene, with many tournaments sponsored by Valve themselves. In December 2018, Valve transitioned the game to a free-to-play model, focusing on revenue from cosmetic items. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and keep supporting me. This was all for today. Stay tuned and for then bye bye.